Hello, welcome to another episode of Drinking with Comics. My name is Sean,
I'm Mike.
and we're going to talk about, well, it's a new number one and a number 13. I know that's a little bit weird, but you'll see in a second why.
Okay,
But before
but
we do that,
first,
we need to lubricate our livers.
yes.
So, Mike,
Um.
I think this definitely has the resonance of a beer that you picked. I know
Oh
this is
yeah.
from our Binny's trip a couple months ago, but this is
Yes.
Pollyanna Brewing Company. Are you
Hmm.
familiar with any of their other beers?
So I don't think I can't. I know I've had a. This is a raspberry wheat, and I know I've had that before somewhere. I've been in this area. I might have had it there,
Oh,
but
it's
I
from
don't.
Normal,
Yeah, it's from Normal,
Illinois.
Illinois.
Okay.
I think me and the wife went on a trip to Normal, Illinois to check out some Route 66 stuff. Um, I could have sworn I might have had it before, but I could be wrong. So
Okay.
I'm gonna stick that I'm officially having it now. But I've
Okay.
had raspberry wheats before, and I remember it being very good. Whether or not that's the same company as this, I don't remember.
I know there's at least one. I'm sure there's many, but I know there's more
Yeah,
raspberry wheats out there. I couldn't tell you what they
yeah,
are.
I'm
So
sure there
this is
is
definitely
too.
my
Yeah.
first time with this one. Um, this is the Summerly Raspberry Wheat Ale. 4.8% alcohol by volume, 13 IBU. Let's see.
Pour this mother out.
Man, I know there's a raspberry wheat. I'm talking from like when I lived in Chicago. There was one I was somewhat familiar with, and I cannot fucking think of what it was.
Uh, my wife bought it out. It was Lagen Coolers, Berry Weiss. Might be what you're thinking
Oh,
of.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, but is that raspberry?
I think it's like a couple of berries, but it's along
Yeah,
those lines.
yeah. But Berry Weiss, that was an early favorite, like that, and the red. When we used to get that, Brown used to always pick those up, so it would be like Barry Weiss and Liney's Red, which disappeared. Um, and then Lion Cool's now. It's just the Shandy is that's their big tent pole.
They really went behind that whole
Yeah,
force.
which
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. I don't drink that kind of
Mhm.
beer. Like it's not my thing, but it's a good product.
Speaking of good, oh my God, solid.
God damn it, I cannot think of what beer I'm thinking of. It's not Barry Weiss. There's another one,
Are you
but that was
sure?
a good call. That was a good call.
Because I'm getting Berry Weiss off this. Like I'm already going like, oh yeah, Berry Weiss.
I feel
Like
like Barry
not
Weiss was sweeter or fuller or something. I mean, I'm not saying one is
along
better than
these
the other, but
lines. I mean,
although
everyone's slightly different when they make stuff. So,
I mean, it's been 30 years since I had Barry Weiss, so
oh man, do we have to get some Lion Cooler six?
do they sell it still? I
Revisit
don't think
Lion
I've
Cooler.
seen it in 30 years.
Or they still sell it up here?
We'll have to do some.
Yeah, I think we'll have to do them soon. But like I know they do like variety packs. Mm, that is salad on a nice warm day to like today.
Oh man, it's good.
Mm.
It's good. And I've said before, I'm not a big fruit in my beer guy, but
Hmm.
occasionally, if it's done right, I can party with it, and I can party with this.
Yeah.
Speaking of partying with someone,
Ooh. Who'd you party with?
I think if he would shave this awful fucking mustache, because I mean, it's got to be like a gag in the book. I don't read Ryan North's Fantastic Four. I know it's a good book. Like I've read people expounding on why this is like the one of the best runs in decades. I 100% believe it. I've read a couple issues of it. I see it. It's not, my book. This is something I'd like to get Marvel Unlimited for like a couple months at some point and then
Okay.
just read something like his run, right? Um, I don't know how long he's been writing it because Marvel has the annoying habit of starting over at number one every like 5 days. So I don't know how this is number 13. No idea. But first review, we talked about this. This was one of Mike's picks a couple months ago for our previews.
Yeah.
This did not disappoint.
It was everything I
Um,
hoped it would be.
Fantastic Four 13. And here's oh man, Andrea Sorrentino, who did Gideon Falls with Jeff Lemire. He does the art. It's fucking awesome the way Andrea Sorrentino, his art is always, he's just one of my favorites. But this mustache on Johnny Storm is so dumb.
It it
It's gotta be a joke in the book, right? It has to be.
it's something. I have no idea what's going on with that mustache, but it felt like it's such a biker mustache too. Like, was he just growing out for this issue so that like he can be like Ghost Rider? Like that's how he thought Ghost Rider, like Johnny Blaze.
No, I think I've seen reference to it before. I think it's like
Okay.
a thing that's like an ongoing plot point. Um, oh God,
Well,
dude.
those young hipsters love their mustaches, so it makes sense that
Hey,
he would have one.
I'm not a young hipster. I'm not young and
Yeah,
I'm not a
but
hipster.
you don't have the Fu
Yeah.
Man whatever
Yeah,
he's
but it's
got
the
going
same
on.
difference. I mean,
Yeah.
this is in the right context. This is just as cuntier. Sorrentino's layouts always blow my
Oh,
fucking mind.
wonderful.
Always.
Yeah.
I mean, Gideon Falls. There's points where I'm like, Did I take acid? Because I feel like I'm on acid reading this book. Um, we don't quite get there here because it's not called for. But man, so okay, Mike, give us the setup for this issue.
It's basically, which is what I read. If you want a flashback link here, I don't know. Um, Johnny Storm gets the crazy idea that if he, so like that the normal Fantastic Four villains aren't normally scared of the Fantastic Four, but they would be scared of Ghost Riders. So he gets the crazy idea like, hey, Sue, you can make my skin translucent and invisible. And with my flaming powers, I could become Ghost Rider and we'll go around scaring all our villains into not attacking us anymore. Kind of a brilliant plan.
When you had brought this up and read the synopsis months ago, I assumed it was
Mhm.
going to be for like a trick or treat thing, and then he'd take it too far. I never thought that Sue would be on board with like doing this. It just it just seems like a bad idea. But I guess she's hesitant. It works the first time, right?
Yes.
And then it's like, hey, we should go ahead and do this because what the first I don't know any of these. What
I know.
Satan's sorcerer? Like,
Oh yeah. I have no idea. These like my knowledge of Fantastic Four literally is whenever Ghost Rider shows up in Fantastic Four. So like if he's not there, I can care less. I watched the movie, I enjoyed the movie. I've seen the cartoon when it was coming out, and I thought this was okay, mainly because Ghost Rider's in it. Um, for one episode. But yeah, like it's just that Fantastic Four have never appealed to me in any shape or form. I did enjoy like as far as like like when Reed Richards shows up to be the smart guy in a crisis, that's kind of cool.
yeah,
When things shows up, he's the big bulky guy in a crisis, and he's being all fighty with like Hulk. That's cool. I liked when Johnny Storm was living with Peter Parker and Ultimate Spider-Man, basically recreating like it was him and Iceman living with Peter Parker and May Parker, basically recreating the Amazing Spider Friends
yeah.
cartoon 20 years ago. That was cool. But like as a team, I think the only thing I've ever fully read was the Grant Morrison run, and I couldn't tell you anything about it. But that was just 4 issues. Overall, maybe I read Ultimate Fantastic Four. Yeah, I did read that when it came out because I was into all the Ultimate books.
Hmm.
But overall, I don't think I could ever sit and read like a full on Fantastic Four book on its own.
I have I never really read it per se. Well, I think we've talked about this before. I always had like a respect for the legacy of it because as a kid, it would be like World's Greatest Comic
Yeah.
Magazine. They had one of the highest issue counts. And so I kind of bought into that and I would buy it here or there. Um, I really like. I feel like the '80s. I would like to eventually read that run. I think it's Walt Simonson, and I can't remember who else. I don't know if he writes it and draws it or whatever. There's
Hmm.
an iconic run there in the '80s. And I did. I actually still have. I think it might be the first three volumes of the Ultimate Fantastic Four because Warren Ellis did two of them, and I forget who did the other one. Um,
Yeah, he did the first 12 issues, I think.
that sounds right.
Yeah, and then that's where the ultimate the Marvel zombies came from.
I
That
don't
kind
remember
of
that,
just
but that
kind of
sounds right.
yeah, that
Um,
was their first appearance was in there. And it was kind of neat because they were kind of riffing on some sort of like elemental vibe, like, Reed Richards was water, Sue was
oh yeah,
air,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, fire and rock
Oh
and
God, I
earth, and
forgot about
then
that.
Doom was steel.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a great idea. It's just, I don't remember it was definitely one of those things like I know I own all the hardcovers for it. I don't think I see myself ever going back and reading those again though,
maybe we should change that
outside the
because
first one.
I've thought about rereading them just simply for the Warren Ellis factor, right?
Yeah, no,
Like,
that's true.
so maybe
Until
I
I
don't know.
did a podcast and now I have to do homework, I guess.
But so overall, other than the mustache, I really enjoyed this issue. It backfires. They go through a couple villains, and they get to this fucking guy, the wizard, that looks like he like stole from Kang's closet. Um, or Immortus, who's Kang. I don't know. There's so many Kang clones.
Yeah,
Maybe he is a Kang clone. I'm not sure. Uh, but I liked the fact that like he so the mustache also is what gives what ruin it foils their plan, right? Because he goes to touch Ghost Rider's face and feels the fucking lip fur,
yeah,
and pulls it no less. um, but then I thought I was like, oh, it gets like real dark where he's like got them like bound to chairs and he's gonna fucking execute them with like a shotgun on the internet. I was like, wow, faces of death.
yeah.
Didn't see that coming. Um,
I enjoyed like Reed's whole like they're having a family picnic before that happens, and Reed has this whole conversation. This is something uniquely you two can do. Be Ghost
yeah,
Rider. Like he like
yeah.
throws this like it's not even like maybe you shouldn't try to pretend to be the spirit of vengeance. Just hey, this is something you guys could do. Go for it, which pays off in the end when he comes back and he technically kind of does it.
Yeah.
With another member of the Fantastic Four family, let's say. Um, because I guess the scroll lives with them. Once again, don't know what's going on in the
Yeah, the two
Fantastic
scroll
Four.
kids help. All right. But so
Yeah,
I don't understand how do they fake the penance stare at the end?
they don't.
So it's
He
just he psychs
just
himself out?
he kind of, yeah. It wasn't so much like he thought that was the real Ghost Rider, and then he realized, oh shit, I gotta stop. I don't think he ever really pulled it off. It was like, I'm going to do it, and he's like, oh, you're the real one.
Okay. Um, but then
And
yeah, at the end,
at the
Ghost
very
Rider
end,
shows up.
Ghost Rider actually does show up.
And I
It's
love
just
that
kind of like,
I love that. Like, okay, Johnny Storm, I got my eye on you, motherfucker.
yeah.
I
And he's
that was
just like,
great.
oh, sorry, I just thought it'd be kind of fun. Like, I had a great idea. Would screw with our guys. Nope.
Yeah, I love it. It's just his deadpan look. It's pretty funny.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
it's a fun read. It's everything I wanted out of it when I first read this. It was
yep.
like blew my mind. I completely forgot it was coming out, and then you messaged me like, "Oh, don't forget!" Like Johnny Storm was like, "Oh shit!" I didn't even like look on the shelf to see that it was out. You told me it was out, and I was like, "Oh crap, that's exciting!" And I quickly ran and grabbed it.
Nice.
Um, yeah, because life gets busy and you forget.
Well, yeah, yeah. And I'm not going to pick up number 14.
No,
I'm not going to go back and get number 12. And I like that I can still do that because that's not how I read comics as, a somewhat collector obsessed adult, right? Where it's like, oh, I bought number 13. Now I got to go back and get the first one. No, fuck that. Like
yeah,
when I was a kid, especially with Fantastic Four or Spider-Man or whatever, pop in, pop out, pop in, pop. This issue looks cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's a two-parter. I'll buy the next one. And I mentioned like I'll pick up Amazing Spider-Man 1000 when it comes out. I'm not, I like still being able to do that from time to time.
Hmm.
And this doesn't bother me where I'm going to put this in a short box with the other few other Fantastic Four issues I have, and it's cool. Like I
Yeah.
don't feel like weird about it.
It was a good standalone issue. I literally thought, like, as I read this, was like, it's not very long, but comic books aren't these days. It
Hmm.
was a very quick read. It reminded me, like, at first I thought, like, hey, this would be a backup story in a 40-page giant,
Yeah,
right? Like they could have cut a couple of pages out and made it a 40-page giant backup story.
yeah, agreed.
At the same time, like, I don't have to buy a 40-page giant backup story to get the one story I want to
Yep.
read. So
Yeah, it
yeah,
was nice.
it's a solid, fun read. If you're a Ghost Rider fan, definitely check it out. If you're a Fantastic Four fan, I'm assuming you already got it. But
Yeah, right.
it's a fun, like, he's not the star of it, which is fun. And it's just how other people perceive Ghost Rider, which
Yeah,
also is interesting.
yeah,
Makes me
definitely.
wonder if Ryan North has got a Ghost Rider series coming out soon.
You
Maybe.
never know. You never know.
Interesting. Yeah. This is like a
As long as it
spin-off.
doesn't have Helverine in it.
Mm.
Uh,
Snicked, snicked.
Not as short or brisk of a read, for sure. One of the longer. So the next book we're going to talk about is the number one. And I'm super happy
Yes.
that you read this. This is the first issue in the new uh, Shaolin Cowboy series, Staying
Okay.
A.I. Live.
Hmm.
Jeff Darrow. I got into Shaolin Cowboy. I don't remember what year it was, but it was the series. I think it's two or three back where all six issues
Hmm.
were one fight. So I
Oh, I
read it.
remember that.
I read it monthly, and it was him fighting zombies for six issues, and I just was like, "This is fucking insane." Not just because of
I
conceptually what it is, but the art. His art is the only thing that even comes close is James Stokey with Orphan of the Five Beasts and all the stuff he does. I mean, Godzilla and Hell, all
hmm
the Godzilla stuff. Like both of these guys, I feel like are like peers, Jeff Darrow and
yeah.
um, James Stokey. But what did you think of this? For probably having no
So
context, right?
no, I have read Shaolin Cowboy's first issue when it came out from the Wachowski brothers comic line.
Okay, okay,
Remember that when there's like
yeah.
Doc Frankenstein and this, and I liked it, but then erratic release dates and stuff like that just kind of made me drift away. So I do remember the zombie one. I don't think I finished reading it. I think I read the first one. I was like, oh, okay. But I liked it. It was fun. I'm glad you made me read this. Not that you made me read it, but I'm glad you suggested reading this because it has been a long time since I read Shaolin Cowboy. And now, as I was reading, I was like, oh, I remember liking this. So yeah, good times.
So it's this book is starting with the I'm looking up what the series before this one was like Cruel to Be Kin with seven issues came out like 2 years ago. No,
Okay.
2022. Holy shit. Um, and that was the first time I had seen, and I don't know how much it's changed. I don't know if it matched what because the one before there's a zombie one. But that was the first time I'd seen like his version of like where like what society is in this world, and you see it in this. It is. I have to imagine this has all kind of been instituted post 2016. Um,
Yeah, totally.
but dude, it is both his like literally at times laugh out loud hysterical and also
Hmm.
chills me to the fucking core because I mean, it's spot on. I'm like, and I read this and we had to go to Sam's Club later that day. It was the 4th of July. I'll
Jeez.
I'll say no more. Like I'm like, oh my God, I just saw that guy in the Jeff Darrow comic. Holy shit.
I did so like a few things that are like struck my memory. I don't remember the Shaolin Cowboy ever talking in the original book. I
He
could
may
be
not have.
wrong. It's been probably 20 years. I don't think he did, but I do remember the animals talking. I was
He,
like, oh yeah, that's right, all the animals talk. I
I
liked
think,
the fact that like dogs run wild in this world and there's just tons of fucking dogs everywhere.
it's just like the dog takes his shit on the sidewalk and he comes out steps and the dog's like, "Oh man, I'm sorry." Like,
That guy was really rude to me. I was just trying to like, sorry about that.
but I think in previous ones, I think in the zombie one he did not talk. But I remember, I think the only thing he said occasionally was this Amitufu, which is Buddha be praised. I
Yeah,
remember that being like a recurring thing where, like, if he spoke, that's what he said. Uh,
okay.
but I
He
mean,
did say a couple other things in this one, though,
in this
right?
one, he does. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
this might be the first one where he does. I don't remember Cruel to Be Kin if he does, but there's he does like kind of have to like advance the plot a little bit or like answer
Yeah.
some questions. It's like almost surrealist, absurd. This book, but then it's
It reminds me of like British comics where everything's like that weird like an American take on British comics where everything's like
yeah,
hyper realized, I guess
yes.
you can say. Yeah.
Oh my god, but dude,
Like 2 AD. Like this would be a 2000 AD comic. Yeah.
yeah,
It might
it's
have been. I have
so
no idea.
it,
But the
it's
art so detailed.
it's
Uh
unbelievable. I mean,
yeah.
every fucking panel, there's so much detail. I don't even know how it's possible.
Yeah, like the whole plot is just like I found this note in a bottle
Yeah,
and it has a like my dying tell my mom I died note basically, and he's trying to go find a mom to be like, and they make a point that's like you shouldn't do good deeds because they don't work out.
right.
And as you see, they kind of don't work out for him. But then there's the whole like, yeah, there's a complete ice undertone with like
Oh,
what was those rednecks were
icy.
like, yeah, we gotta get you out of town because you were a hat like the guy in the picture.
What's the like all the intersections are like David Duke. They're
Yeah,
all named after famous racists.
this is literally the world that is great. Like this is the MAGA great world that they want.
It's exactly
Like
what it is.
he
And like
literally
every
just like, okay, I hear what you want. This is it. And you're like, and for us, it's like, wow, this is fucking bullshit. But like for them, it's probably like, oh man, David Duke Drive looks like a great place to live.
well, and it's so scummy and like I love everything is like either a strip mall with like a vape store or like a porno store or a liquor store that sells guns or a gun store that sells liquor. Um,
Or the gun doctor who comes to your house to fix your gun.
yes. I mean, there's just so many little like you could just stare at this and see shit and I I'm just I am just so absolutely
Yeah, I
blown
remember that
away.
being about the first one too. It was like he was, and I could be wrong in this. Like I'm just going off old memory, but I remember there being like a big old fight scene, and you just looking through the fight cloud, and you would see like, oh look, there's a zombie, and there's a
Yeah, yeah,
pirate,
no,
and
absolutely.
Mac, yeah, like it was just crazy. The detail he puts into his artwork is top notch. The coloring's great. The paneling is awesome because there's
Yeah,
like sometimes there's like a 20 panels on a page,
yeah,
which helps move the story. It's a narrative tool. It's very good. He's not shying away from it. So that stuff's not easy to draw. It's like a giant picture of Batman. Hats off.
yeah,
You're doing the work. And we see it and we appreciate the work you're doing.
yes. Dude, the scene where he like jumps through the fucking windshield, like just the broken glass pieces. I mean, he literally must have drawn close to 1,000, if not more, pieces of glass. It's just, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't. if people have not read this, like any Sherilyn, I think you can jump on because I jumped on with that zombie thing and I just enjoyed it for what it was. It had no context.
He's Bugs Bunny. You don't need to know anything about him.
Yes.
He's the Shaolin. He's a Buddhist cowboy. Um, that's it.
Yeah,
Shit
Kung
happens
Fu
around him.
Master,
You
basically.
just, but yeah, he's gonna kick your ass, and we're here for it.
Yeah. But he doesn't want to kick your ass, right? Because he's a
Mm,
Buddhist. But
hmm
he's really content just meditating. But it's never the way
The
that that
world does
goes.
not. Yeah, all because a leaf landed on his head.
Yes. I think you're right, though. I think this is as good a jumping on point. Next time I'm in town, I'm picking. You had that hardcover in the store. I'm gonna buy that shit, man. I almost
Yeah, I
bought it
gotta
last
like
time.
look into like if he's got like a omnibus. Like someday they might release an omnibus. I might be tempted if there isn't one already. Let me state that because I really haven't been keeping up with this. But if there was something that collected all of it in one, I would definitely probably consider it.
Hmm.
Especially if it was oversized, just because it would be good to
Oh,
like
the art.
expand that artwork. Yeah,
Yep.
and I think there was a treasury size Shaolin
Yeah, I think you
cowboy
have it
at
in
one
your
point in
store.
time. I do. Okay.
Yeah, because I
Like I
almost
said, it's
bought
one of
it.
those things I haven't thought about in years. So,
Mm, so good. But so that's Shaolin Cowboy Staying AI Alive. It came out last Wednesday, the 30th of June. And I don't know if there's gonna be 6 or 7 issues, but I'm here for it. So that's that.
doesn't say.
We'll be back in a moment, and we're going to talk about a title that we read that just finished its six five 5 month run. Be right back.
Mhm.